of course, we are all into our mental health. Well, we should be. And if you're not, you definitely should be. Your life will be a million times better. But Naomi Osaka announced on Monday that she has withdrawn from the French Open and is going to take some time away from the court. Earlier, organizers said that the tennis player could face expulsion from the tournament and in future Grand Slams if she continues to not speak to the media, which last week she said she wasn't going to participate in any news conferences during Roland Garros to protect her mental health.
Mm.
And that's very important. She was fined 15,000 US dollars in the wake of her infringement of mandatory media interviews. Naomi released the following statement, which is pretty long, but I want you guys to understand. I'm going to read some parts of it. But she took to social media and said, "Hey, everybody, this isn't the situation I ever imagined or intended when I posted a few days ago. I think now the best thing for me or for the tournament, the other players, and my well-being is that I withdraw so that everyone can get back to focusing on the tennis going on in Paris. I never wanted to be a distraction, and I accept that my timing was not ideal and my message could have been clearer. More importantly, I would never trivialize mental health or use the term lightly. The truth is that I have suffered long bouts of depression since the US Open in 2018, and I have had a really hard time coping with that."
Mhm.
And she goes on to say that though the tennis press has always been kind to me, and I want to apologize especially to all the cool journalists who I may have hurt, I am not a natural public speaker and get huge waves of anxiety before I speak to the world's media. I get really nervous and find it stressful to always try to engage and give you the best answers that I can.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna stop there. She said a little bit more, but it broke my heart, honestly, Ben, when well, first off, when I heard that she was going to step away for for her mental health, I was like,
Yeah.
that's my girl. That's my girl. It's necessary.
What you
I
got to
love
do?
that she's doing this at such a young age. Imagine what other people who were young and never had the opportunity to do when they had these cameras in their face, press always in their face. Just recently, we were discussing her and how hard what's his name, the Hotep,
Uh, um,
Mr. Hotep, was going on her.
oh, who was going in on her?
It was name the two ones that I be saying. The Hotep,
What's
Killer Mike, and then
Knick Knack Paddywhack. What's his name? I can't think of his name.
I forget, but the comment
Yeah,
section will tell us. But
yeah.
they were going so hard on her at that time recently when
Not
he was
not
on
Umar Johnson.
Dr. Umar. I believe it was him.
Ah, hell.
Yeah, saying that she could be better. And correct me if I'm wrong in the comment section, but it was one of them. And it was just recently saying she could be better and how she represents Haiti. That young girl should be playing for Haiti. Da, da, da. And you know, whatever. I understood what he was trying to go with it, but the pressure that's on her, instead of saying, wow,
Yeah, you're
her
right. You're right.
representing Japan, her representing Japan, and then also her going back to Haiti and going to find out about her roots and learning about the culture and building in Haiti, and you know, going back and showing her the world, her platform, what Haiti looks like. That to me is a big deal. And you know, her at when she's representing Japan, but when they're interviewing her, her always shouting out that black side of her always shouting out me being Haitian and my father and da 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 da, those kind of things. They don't give her enough credit for that. They hold her to this pedestal and they think that she should always meet it. And I think about Serena Williams and how they called those two little girls monkeys, you know, when they were young tennis players and
Yeah,
were being
yeah.
racist to them, and they still had to speak to the press. You understand? Like they never had a moment of going back and had the opportunity at the time to just have their mental health saved. And now in their older age, they're very, you know, they're very secure on protecting their children
Yeah,
and all
yeah.
of those. But I say this to say, when I saw her apologize, because me and my father were on the phone about this, and he was like, "Did you see Naomi Osaka? She said she will not let media just go into her head. She said no." And I believe, Becky, I believe that mental health matters. And for you, when I saw her, I said, my daughter loves mental health and she is the same. That's why when I saw her and I saw what she was saying, and my dad, and it's great to know that now he understands when Rebecca goes ghost, It's her mental health. When she says she
Yeah.
has no time for it, it's her mental health. Because my anxiety, all of that just starts to just come up. But her response, though, when she apologized and said her timing may have been off
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
that she could have voiced it better. Ma'am, sweetie,
Yeah.
beautiful,
Don't do that to
wonderful
yourself.
girl, young woman,
Queen.
queen. Let me tell you something. Your timing when it comes to your mental health
Yeah.
is not on everybody else's time.
Facts.
Just because the world doesn't understand when you say, I need to take a step back from all the pressure that you're putting on me, just because they didn't understand doesn't mean that you had to make it clear for them. You did the right thing. Your timing was perfect. It was perfect for you before you went down into a depression. You did that because you felt yourself losing yourself. You felt like you weren't going to be able to perform that thing that you love to do
Mm,
because of media. So your timing was perfect for you. The world doesn't need to understand what you're going through. They
Right.
don't, because you're doing this so that you can be able to entertain them once again, right? And so that you can be safe inside of you. You can still have a piece of you
yeah.
left for yourself. So you did the
Because
right
they'll
thing.
take
And
it all.
solidarity with you all the way. And I wish that a lot of young women um, can step into that. You don't even understand what you've done for so many people.
Yeah.
You know, anxiety is real. I had suffered with anxiety at such a young age that I had to do things to help myself because I didn't understand. And I still put myself in the pressure cooker a lot of times. And just recently, me taking a year off, me removing myself from friendships, me removing myself from family members, even, and just being in an alone space. And it felt tough to be alone or to do that because the world always wanted me. Like they wanted Rebecca to be that fun girl. They wanted her to go do this and host this event and do this and da da da. I needed to take it. I needed to take a step back, like, and say, I need to save a piece of me for myself, or I'm gonna lose it. I'm gonna
Mm.
lose it. So, Naomi, you did the right thing, babe. And
Yeah.
I'm proud of you.
Yeah.
I love you. I don't know you. We share that Haitian blood. I believe in you. And I think that what you're doing is very important for you.
Yeah. I
So,
yeah, I mean, you said it. You said it all. I hate to see her have to um this system would use you and take from you and take from you until you literally have nothing left.
yeah.
And if you don't have your own way of protecting yourself, um, then it'll destroy you. And
Mhm.
so salute her in her decision to not speak to the press, and I doubly support her with her decision. Say, all right, keep it then. I'll step away, because it's more important. Like you can't last long always giving the system what they ask and what they want, because they're always going to ask for more. And what they want and what they're getting out of us is out of all of us, right? All of us are being exploited just at different levels, and she's being exploited on the highest level, where she has to sit there and take questions. And some of them are good, but y'all seen these press conferences. You see how many basketball players have to walk out of these press conferences. You see how dumb the questions be. Like
And then
sometimes
be abused by the fans at the same time.
right,
Right.
they expect people to take this just because we they think somehow they own you because you're a public figure. Nah, these are real people. They
Yeah.
have real issues and real mental health issues. They have
Yeah.
real emotions, and
They're people.
you think about
They matter.
these pieces. People are people are people are ridiculous.
Spitting on
People,
people after on the
come on,
sidelines.
man,
Come
Throwing
on,
and
man.
popcorn
and
at
expect you to
them
take it
and
And
then
expect you
expect
to
you to
take it.
walk away and
and
be
expect
fine.